How is they used as a singular pronoun? They is already commonly used as a singular pronoun when we are talking about someone and we don't know who they are. O'Hara notes, using they, them pronouns for someone you do not know simply represents just a little bit of a switch. You're just asking someone to not act as if they don't know you, but to remove gendered language from the vocabulary when they're talking about you, O'Hara says. Yeah, well, in my mind, it seems like you are removing their personhood. They, like they don't have an identity. That's why I'm going to go by their name. It's just respectful. Call someone by their name. End of story. I don't need to deal with all the rest. I identify as non-binary myself, and I appear feminine. People often assume that my pronouns are she, her, so they will use those, and I just gently correct them and say, hey, you know what? My pronouns are they/them. Just FYI for future reference or something like that, they say. See, that confused the hell out of me right there. When they said they say, it was the person who was being quoted, but it's they say. Whatever the person's name is, just say that. Much easier. And I'm going to keep repeating this because I believe that's the best solution. for future reference or something like that. They say. Was it a group of people that are saying it? What's going on here? O'Hara says their family and friends still struggle with getting the pronouns right, and sometimes O'Hara struggles to remember other pronouns too. Well, then my solution is the best. It's hard enough to remember someone's name, let alone their pronouns, so we're just going to stick with the name, all right? In my community, in the queer community, with a lot of trans and non-binary people, we all frequently remind each other or remind ourselves. It's a sort of constant mindfulness where you are always catching up a little bit, they say. That's stupid. That is so stupid. If you have to constantly be mindful of it, then it's not a good system. Once you learn someone's name, you know the face to the name. You're not having this weird out-of-body experience when it looks like a woman, but they go by him. So you have to reverse engineer your brain to get it right. No, I'm just going to use your name. And if you got a problem with that, then you got a problem with your own name. And it's not my job to affirm your identity, I'm just simply trying to communicate here. You might know someone for 10 years and then they let you know their pronouns have changed. It's going to take you a little while to adjust, and that's fine. It's okay to make those mistakes and correct yourself, and it's okay to gently correct someone else until someone goes, "Those aren't my pronouns. I'm gonna kick your ass if you don't call me she, motherfucker." Like that one GameStop guy. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay? Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was in general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
What if I make a mistake and misgender someone or use the wrong words? Simply apologize and move on.
It is ma'am.
I think it's perfectly natural to not know the right words to use at first. We're only human. It takes any of us some time to get to know a new concept, Hang says. The important thing is to just be interested in continuing to learn. So if you mess up some language, you just say, "Oh, I'm sorry," correct yourself, and move forward. No need to make it more complicated than that.
It is ma'am.
Well, how much you want to bet that some people are going to make it more complicated than that? What if I keep messing up and I just can't get it right? At a certain point, someone's going to get pissed off at me that I'm calling him when it's her. You know what I'm saying?
It is ma'am.
Doing that really simple gesture of apologizing quickly and moving on shows the other person that you care. Who are these people I need to be caring about? Are they like coworkers? Are they my friends? Are they just people I have to work with? If they're people I have to work with, I don't care about them really. I'm not the type of person to make work friends. I just go to work and come home. So I don't care. I don't care that much about your gender identity. Sorry. So I'll learn your name and I'll use that, like I've said 100 times. And it's a perfect solution. What does it mean if a person uses the pronouns he, they, or she, they? Now we're really getting into some shit here. That means that the person uses both pronouns, and you can alternate between those when referring to them. So either pronoun would be fine. And ideally mix it up. Use both. What? No. Is there some sort of quotient I'm supposed to meet? Is it supposed to be 50-50? Why are you making it so difficult? Why do you have two pronouns? Just pick one, for fuck's sake. I'm not going to alternate between he and they. It'll be one if I learn any at all. God, talk about self-obsessed and thinking you're like the most important thing that walks around. I actually have two pronouns, and could you please alternate between them? I have two names, actually. Could you please call me by both? What? No. What the fuck? It's so stupid. Schmeider says it depends on the person. For some people, they don't mind those pronouns being interchanged for them. And for some people, they're using one specific pronoun in one context and another set of pronouns in another, dependent on maybe safety or comfortability. Okay, so they use she when they're with their bros, and uses they when they're in public, something like that. Yeah, my name's Steve when I'm hanging out with my buddies. It's like having a nickname, right? So here, I can fix that. What do you prefer, being called by your nickname or by your name? Right? Okay, so your name's Steve. Okay. Do you prefer being called your nickname, which is Steve Meister? Okay, I'll call you Steve Meister. But I'm not interchanging them. Okay, it's either one or the other. I'm not going to alternate. I'll call you Steve Meister or I'll call you Steve. And that's where this conversation ends, Steve Meister. So anyways, that's the article. I found it interesting. I hope you did as well. And I hope to see you when I see you on the dino.